Hello friends, my name is Christina and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing a few trackers that I have decided to use for my annual spreads. So before we get started, I wanted to show you guys this Hobonichi craft notebook that I decided to purchase and use for tracking. The reason why I went for this notebook is because I'm testing out some of the Hobonichi products because I'm considering using them for next year, but we shall see. So this notebook came in just the one yellowish color that I could find on Amazon, and it has graph-like paper inside. I love graph-like paper. It just makes me think of math and it's just really nice compared to like the dotted notebooks. And the paper has like this matte or like this glossy finish, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not a fan of glossy paper because it tends to have, your pens tend to smudge, but we shall see how this goes. I have some washi samples and a few of these glossy stickers that I want to use for the cover of my notebook. I want to decorate it a little bit before I start using it for tracking. So there are a few different trackers I do want to share with you guys today in this video, and I do use them on a daily basis, and well, daily, weekly, and a monthly basis, because I use a lot of these habit trackers for budgeting and other things, not just habits. I'm not really the type of person that likes to track her habits because it's just, I don't know, the only habits I really track in my planner is like whenever I read, play video games, go to the park, and take my prenatal vitamin. That is pretty much it. For these tracking systems, I'm just tracking like budgeting, some financial goals, and maybe some habit tracking. You'll see throughout the video. So for the first page, I did want to do a little cover page of the 2022 year, and I just decided to draw a little banner with some leaves and little stars and sparkles, and I really liked the way it turned out. I was very limited on supplies that day, so I just used some of my highlighters that I had in my pencil case that I do bring with me whenever I go out somewhere, and so I just colored in the large leaf and the little branches. So the first tracker that we have here is the Honeycomb Tracker. I think a lot of you guys have seen this tracker on Instagram and online. It's really popular, and I'm using this tracker to track my savings for the year. I have a pretty ambitious goal for savings. My husband and I did spend a lot of money and even took out a loan to fix up our home before the baby arrived, and so I really want to save as much as I possibly can this year in order to pay off some of those loans next year. And yeah, and I thought the Honeycomb Tracker would be the best choice for savings. I just think it's so cute, even though I hate bees. Like, I don't mind bumblebees too much, but I'm just not a big fan of bees, you guys. But I do think it's adorable. I was also going to do some honey drips, but decided not to. I don't want to overwhelm the page. And as you guys can see with this notebook, it does smudge no matter how nice the pens are, which is something I want to work on. Maybe try some different pens. I do have these inner gel pens that I think won't smudge in this notebook. I just haven't tested it out. So the next tracker is the famous Pixel Tracker, and for this tracker I want to track days I work. So I want to track what days I have off, what days I have half days, what days I work 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, and 12. 12 is the max amount of hours I've ever worked per day, so that's probably the max I'll keep for that tracker. The next couple of trackers are just trackers I want to track. Wow, that was a weird sentence. I want to track how many books I read per month and how many Instagram posts I post per month as well for my journaling account. So this is pretty simple, a cute little box count tracker. I did add a couple little flies as well, and I did draw some flowers on the left side, which I do go back to outline later in this video. During this video, I also noticed I misspelled October. So I wrote OTC instead of OCT, and I did go back and correct that. Next, I love the way this tracker looks, and this I'm using to track my medical bill payments. I do have insurance didn't really fully cover my delivery with the baby, and so I'm just using it to track some minor payments that I probably will pay off by the end of July, because it wasn't that much. Next is a similar tracker, but it's a floral one, and I'm using this to track my car payments. I hope to pay off my car in the next 2 months as well. Then there's this cute little cloud tracker that I decided to go with, and this is tracking my Home Depot credit card. That had quite a bit of money in it because of all the construction we did with our home. And I thought this cloud is so cute. I saw this on Instagram and decided to give it a go, and I love it. The person on Instagram was using it to track her mood, but I don't really do that. So I decided to use it to track my Home Depot credit card payments. Next is the famous circle. This one I'm not the biggest fan of. I just find it difficult to draw and color in and plan out. I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan. It just looks kind of messy to me. Maybe it's just the way I did it, I'm not sure, but let me know if you guys like it. And I'm just using that to track my student loan payments, which don't start until September, but they might change that again because of the COVID regulations. Next, we have a habit tracker. So this one I thought was a cute one, and this is something I'm gonna use to track my actual habits, and that is whenever I play video games, read, go to the park, take my prenatal, whenever I work and stuff like that. So like the basic everyday stuff. I'm just kind of curious, and I also want to track in here whenever I post a video and or post on Instagram. And this one is just going to represent the first 4 months of the year, and I'm going to use little X's to represent, well, to mark off the days that I actually do these habits. So I did name it the seasonal habits tracker because it's going to be split up into 4 different months. So I will have 3 of these, but I only drew 1 of them within this video. So here you can see I'm writing out that I want to track my prenatal, my work, my reading, whenever I go to the park, play video games, if I reach 5,000 steps or more, whenever I post on Instagram. So that was it for my trackers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really liked the way it turned out. Let me know if you use any of these trackers, and please give this video a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again next week with another video. Bye!